I spent so much time trying to guess what was coming next and game it and fix it that like I didn't enjoy what was happening and realize that what was happening was kind of miraculous. And like, I guess that's what I needed to get here, and I'm here and I like it. So I guess it's all right. I'm not going to say I wish I could do it again, but like, I wish I could have told myself like, it's all right. Just be with what's happening now. You don't have to. I had such a hypervigilance and attempt to manage everything, and it didn't do anything.
Right.
And so I would just like, whenever I meet a young person who's just trying so hard to like stay focused and stay so vigilant, trying to in some way prevent a disaster, but what is the disaster? And then they have all these disasters going on that they don't even realize are disasters. And it's like, you gotta, as my dad once said to an 8-year-old boy that I was having a play date with who wouldn't stop hitting his head against the wall, you gotta chill out, man. I remember I was 8 and this like 8-year-old boy that was over for a sleepover was like mad about something. And my dad went, you gotta chill out, man. That's like how I feel about myself at that age. You gotta chill out, man.
Welcome back to Girls Rewatch, a podcast about girls,
TV, and girls on TV.
I'm Amelia Retaller.
And I'm Evan Lazarus. And today we're doing part 2 of the Lena Dunham episode.
Yay! How do you feel, girl?
So this is the Friday after it came out.
Yeah.
So we're just covering how we're feeling after kind of the most momentous day of our lives.
Yeah, the most momentous day of all of Brooklyn's lives.
So a mutual friend of ours told another mutual friend of ours that don't really know each other well. It's like, it's Lena Dunham week. It's a win for all of Brooklyn.
It is a win for all of Brooklyn because
really is.
The amount of people that commented on the Lena Where Are They Now thing being like, this is the closure I've been seeking for 10 years. And she gets into that more on this episode. So last week we mainly talked about girls and how it's been recontextualized by everyone over like the last 10 years from when it originally came out. But this week we're going to be going a little bit more into Too Much, and I think we're just kind of like going off with her.
We're having fun.
We're pitching who's gay now. Like that's kind of the vibe. But I hope you guys enjoy part 2 as much as part 1. Thank you all so much for the sweet messages.
Truly,
it's been so fun to see like
there's
the
no
girls
way
community
that
reignited.
exactly. There's no way that we could have gone and talked to Lena Dunham if it wasn't through the support of everyone listening right here today. I mean, the specific moment of talking to Lena herself. First off, they say don't meet your heroes except for Lena Dunham. Truly a collab host of talking to her between being amazing and awesome.
I don't know if you can tell through the screen how much we're freaking out and speechless at everything she says to us. But when she like sat down and was like, "Hi girls, we love you," I was like, I learned
a true definition of flabbergasted that day.
Flabbergasted.
I read about it.
You learned about flabbergasted. I learned about gobsmacked. I was gobsmacked.
I know. It just really was a moment. It felt cool to work up to something. And in our mind's eye, we didn't know if it actually was ever going to happen.
And then even after we recorded it, we were like, is it ever going to air?
Right, exactly.
We recorded with her back in May. So it's been like a couple months now.
And we've been keeping a secret really close to our chest by telling every single person we've ever met. Strangers, randos.
Just going up to random people on the street. Hey.
You're like, how are you doing? It's like, do you have 30 minutes?
My roommate didn't know who Lena Dunham was. And I was like, what are we doing?
How did you get to move in?
Yeah, I know. That should be rule number 1. Not me going into the marina song.
W9, literally.
The W9. You know my rent went up $200 a month.
No, let's keep it positive, okay? Ultimately, Lena Dunham has not been truly in the public's eye for like at least 7 years now, since the ending of Girls.
I mean, we've seen her do stuff, but she's mainly been doing like hard press on her other projects that are less narrative, and
she actually hasn't even done a crazy amount of press for those projects either.
Like mainly festivals and stuff.
Right, and it's a lot of interviews for magazines, but this is her first time diving into the podcast space. She did one podcast like 6 months ago, but other than that, her podcast, The C Word, has been on hiatus. So I ultimately didn't exactly know what to expect from Lena on the day. Like, I didn't know how much she knew about the podcast. I had no idea if she even knew who we were, unless it was just like, if it was just through her PR team. But she came in and goes, I love the podcast.
The way we're speechless the first 20 minutes.
So crazy. I was trying to be so normal.
I think we get a little loose in part 2. We're a little bit more ourselves this episode. So if you hate that, bummer. We asked on our Instagram story how you guys have been feeling about Too Much. Keep letting us know. We're gonna do a new thing. Our network asked us to start doing this. Every episode we're gonna ask a question that you can answer in the comments. So whether that be on the Spotify comments or on YouTube, please let us know. The question of the week is, drumroll, Evan,
what is your favorite moment from Too Much?
Tell us,
please.
We want to know.
A little excitement, girl.
Tell us. Tell us. You have to tell us.
You have to. It's pinky promise.
Yeah.
It was really amazing.
We're excited to keep talking about Too Much on the pod. We'll be doing it all of July before we dive into our final city.
Our final city.
Our final season of Broad City. And yeah, let us know in the comments what show you want us to cover next. We're open to ideas.
Suggestions. Someone did comment. After the Lena episode, they said, just ended here.
The comment said, well, now they can finally end it. You wish we would, but we won't. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, please rate and review. It helps us so much. It takes like 5 seconds. Just like scroll to the thing on Apple Podcasts and do like the rate 5. And then on Spotify, it's the same thing. Like you just scroll down and then you can rate it.
And if you're on YouTube, press subscribe, follow along, and thank you, honestly, truly, thank you everyone that listened to the podcast, that commented on it, and it really felt like a very meaningful moment, and it felt cool that we, as 2 individuals who had a whim to start a podcast,
it felt first so show we full really circle, loved. Yeah.
We had no idea where exactly this project was going to go, and for it to culminate in us getting to talk to Lena Dunham, like it's incredible. Beyond our wildest dreams, honestly.
Yeah, so thank you guys for making it happen, and we're excited to continue on. But enough of us. I'm sure half of you have already skipped ahead, but here is part 2 with Lena. Okay, we have to get into our last 2 segments. This is a rapid fire.
You guys are like, I'm really like kind of unsassy these days, and you guys really bring sass out in me. Did you really bring out the sassy side?
I love it. I'm like leaning.
Thank you.
Further.
I do think like the next iteration of Hannah does exist on TikTok. Like you bring up the points, like everyone is so messy on there. I feel like girls honestly lives on because of TikTok in a way.
Well, she would be so into
Hannah
TikTok.
She'd
be
so
loving
Marnie's music on TikTok, please.
She'd be. By the way, I think she'd be really successful with covers because I see these girls singing beautiful covers. I think people on TikTok would love her like weird hip hop covers on acoustic guitar.
I would eat it up, and she would be amazing at West Village vlogging. Like,
and she'd always be being like, "I just found the most addictive thing on TikTok Shop." That's what she would do, and like Elijah would do like his fun sort of. I'm walking in New York City with a cold brew, being like, "Guys, PSA, I'm out." Like cover all your holes or whatever kids do. That's what would be going on.
Cover all your
holes.
I know. I often think about where all the girls would be today. And it's like Marnie, I think she'd do affiliate marketing. That's an amazing point.
Yes.
Shoshana would be running, I think, a soup empire. I think she dated a
soup empire.
Soup mogul, and then now she's running a soup empire. I think we went all the way around.
She's definitely like, it's soup, it's salad, it's
she's doing Skinny Girl.
She's fully doing. I mean, she and Bethany Frankel have a lot of parallels. Bethany Frankel, who is such an important figure on social media, in life, bringing justice to the world, bringing first aid to the nation, bringing Skinny Girl to my home.
Exactly that.
I have Skinny Girl shampoo that she sent me.
Now, I didn't know she had shampoo.
I don't know I think she sent it to me like 5 years ago, and I probably should have thrown it away already.
Skinny Girl shampoo.
It lasts forever.
I have Skinny. It's funny that as a not Skinny Girl, you can have Skinny Girl jeans, but I do have them.
You can have anything.
You're skinny. Wait, she does everything. That name you can put on anything.
Yeah, there were Skinny Girl jeans, and I had them, and I loved them. Big bell bottom on them.
I love it.
So yeah, I think Shosh would have a lot of that going on.
She would definitely have that. She definitely is a Bethany Frankel.
What do you think happened to Hannah? BuzzFeed closed its doors, so it's like stressful.
I know that's. I always wanted to think that she like got more comfortable with the idea that she didn't. In my ideal world, like in the worst world, she's like obsessively sending her work to HuffPo, you know? In the best world, she got more comfortable with the idea that like being public is not what assigns you your value.
She's like an amazing professor at Vassar.
That's you nailed it harder than I ever could. She's an amazing professor at Vassar, and she is really influencing kids' lives.
Grover loves her.
And I think he's a really funny kid.
Totally.
He's gay, let's be honest.
He better be.
That was my follow-up question.
Also obsessed with your son in Too Much.
Isn't he the best?
It's every time he talks.
I
like,
know. That's my real life. I'm so glad you shouted him out. So my best friend Alyssa, who I do a podcast with, shout out Alyssa Bennett. The C Word.
Love it.
My best friend Alyssa Bennett. That is my godson, Oliver Nirenberg. He just turned 14.
God.
He's a genius. Not an actor. Doesn't want to be an actor.
But a star.
And it's always interesting when there's someone who's resisting the spotlight, not even interested in coming to the premiere, doesn't even want his friends at school to see it. Everyone on set was like, how many movies has this kid been in? Where has he come from? And I was like, he literally just came because it's like a 2-week trip to Europe where they're going to like pay for him to see all these like memorials from the Revolutionary War.
Stop.
Because he's like a history buff and genius. And he can tell you every country in the world in under 10 minutes.
Oh, that's really
Every
fast.
country in the world under 10 minutes?
It's so freaky. He can
Let's
go
get him
so
on the pod.
fast. No, you should. Maybe it's every country in the world in under 25 minutes on this thing called Sporkle. And
We love Sporkle.
Do you love Sporkle?
Yeah.
Why Sporkle?
Girl, you did it with me.
Oh.
Girl, you did it with me. It's like he tried to do it with me with every borough in New York. And I was like asleep after. I was like, with every neighborhood in Brooklyn. And I was like, Brooklyn Heights. But yeah, I think Grover loves her. I think Grover's like, well, how old is Grover now? He was born in 2016,
like
so
9, 10.
Yeah, he's 9.
He's headed to
9.
6th grade soon.
He's headed to 5th or 6th grade. He's not labeling his sexuality, but he's certainly not.
Well, honestly, he's
straight.
They, them.
I'm gonna assume.
It'd be rude
I'm
not
gonna
to assume. Yeah.
I'm gonna assume, and I'm gonna assume that like I'm gonna assume Grover wears like a slim kind of funny necklace and like I don't know, like is into just really specific, like we'll go to Walmart and we'll be like, I want those sweatpants, but will you cut them into little shorts kind of thing. Like, just a fun person. And they really have a world together and like have a rope swing and they have pet pigs. And
it's
they just
kind of
like,
a Gilmore Girls situation.
Yeah, and they're raising each other. That's what I think. And I don't think, like, I think Hannah was never that into sex. I think Hannah was into attention. And so I actually don't think it's about dating for her now. Because if you notice, she's not really enjoying the sex in Girls. She's just, like, doing it to then be seen in other ways.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, like, honestly, sometimes I'm like, is Hannah a lesbian?
Totally.
We ask ourselves. Well, Jessa is.
Well, everybody's like, well, Jess is a lesbian.
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
And I think Hannah...
Trans mask.
People say Jess is trans mask?
Yeah.
That's the most amazing.
Taking them off.
Really, that's the most amazing read I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like that almost like their femininity, her femininity is like this kind of like cape over a trans mask identity.
Yeah.
Couldn't love it more.
It's
No
like a
wonder
Lord
hair's so
situation,
long.
I think, going on right now.
Wow. Fascinating. And so I'm going to ask my brother about this one because I always ask him to just, not to force the trans community to speak for everything, but I ask him to just go, I'm diagnosing this.
Totally.
I get right to the source and say, diagnose this. But I think Hannah and Jessa always had attention that may have come from the fact that they should just hook up.
Totally.
We can only hope.
I know.
Well, that's what you're going to do to write the spinoff about.
Is the spinoff, like everyone's like, are the 4 girls back together? And I'm like, no, it's just like
Jessa and Hannah together.
hooking up. Just hooking.
That would be
it's like
so fun.
Well, they're all really gay except for Shoshana. Like Marnie going all the way with Hannah upstate. That's the gayest thing I've ever heard.
by the way, going all the way upstate with your friend to raise a baby is actually like it's granola,
Literally.
it's green party, it's gay.
She owns
Poughkeepsie's
Chacos.
Fag Town.
She owns killing me.
Come on.
You're really true. And you're really true is what I just said. Also, when Jess and
next show
Hannah get in
you're
that
doing.
fight, I'm now remembering they're like so mad they slap each other. It's pretty gay.
That's
pretty gay.
Like, just, you know what's kind of gay is how much they're all obsessed with each other.
I know.
They're
It's like
all
if you
being
weren't
really gay.
being this gay. I mean, Shoshana and Jess are cousins, so they can't hook up.
Right.
But the rest of them free. And also, there's the time that Jessa and Marnie almost hook up with Thomas John, and he's rubbing both of their bodies.
Of course.
And I always felt like what they really wanted was to hook up with each other.
And
Well, at least Jessa.
they got close.
Oh yeah, they kissed for a second.
Yeah.
And you can tell that Jess is really, because Jess is she loves a dare and she loves a prank. So
yeah.
she's always acting like, LOL, this would be funny.
But then she's like, I can't believe Marnie's like this.
Yeah, totally. Totally. That's
she's like,
exactly.
oh, she went there. Okay.
Yeah, totally. That's the vibe. So yeah, it's all, what if I like at the end of this podcast, I was just like, I'm gay. I'm gay. That's what's happening is I'm gay.
Call your husband, hey.
Please
Yeah.
come out on our podcast. It'd be huge for
Totally.
us.
You guys came out about your friendship problems, and I have to call my husband and tell him that
Well, you always want to sleep with a gay guy because you keep booking Andrew Reynolds as your kind of ex-gay partner.
I can't
You
get
have to.
enough.
Legally, you have to.
Legally.
It's
have
my.
to.
He's the only person that I want to have any romantic relationship with on screen.
This is my whole problem is all I want to do is date gay men, but that's not
It's the
how it
best thing you can
works.
do.
It's not how they
I
don't
mean-
want to date me. I keep going.
Sometimes they do.
I keep going to gay bars being like, no, we just went out in DC and I was like, okay, there's a million people for me to marry here. It's like they don't wanna
I'm
talk to
like,
me.
I feel like I have had 1,000 moments of marriage. I've had 1,000 small marriages
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
with gay men over time. I'm still in them. I'm in and out of them.
It's happening.
I have my
Your
shout out
husband's
to my and I'm gay and we're both gay. Shout out to my best friend Russell. I have like a really wonderful squad of besties. Alyssa, Matt, Russell, Bill. A lot of them are gay men. But shout out to Russell, who we refer to as vacation gay, because we vacation together at least
no.
4 times a
Oh,
year.
like a beach house.
Alone.
4 seasons, but it's y'all.
It's always us, and we've been at this for a long time. And he is, and my husband was always like, what's the deal with like us never going on vacation? And like, I love Russell, but you only wanting to be on vacation with Russell. And I was like, yes, thank you for understanding that's what's going on. I can't really explain it any better than that to you. And the way I feel about Andrew Reynolds is just like, of course you'd want that to be your husband,
Oh my god.
but he's gorgeous, he's funny, he's smart.
He's like
and then-
charismatic in a way that no one is anymore.
Correct, like
It's
Cary
unreal.
Grant. And then realistically, that person would want to explore their sexuality. And then realistically, you'd be broken by it because you can never find one of those again. Why not tell that story again and again?
No, and thank you for doing it.
As they say on TikTok, fall in love again and again.
They do say that.
Girl, how online are you?
Only
You're
TikTok.
dropping it.
Just
You're
TikTok.
dropping it.
And I saved it all up for you.
Thank you for letting me out. 'Cause TikTok's gonna be so happy. Girl, get your Glock. It's rapid fire time. We're gonna ask you a series of rapid fire questions. Don't
Yep.
think twice. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you schoolgirl? Or are you going to get schooled, girl?
Schoolgirl.
What's your favorite utensil?
Fork.
Why won't Laird take off his beanie?
Because he's scared that his hair is thinning.
When did you eat jerky?
I haven't eaten jerky in years because I'm a pig owner.
Do you think 16 tacos is enough for 4 people?
No.
Okay. Fuck, marry, kill. Booth Jonathan, Thomas John, and Matt Kornstein.
Can you remind me of who Matt Kornstein is?
Shoshana tried to lose her
Yeah,
virginity.
Of course, that's Matt Kornstein. I can't believe I forgot. I've just written so many weird men that I lost it. Okay. I'm going to fuck Booth Jonathan.
Period.
Like, he seems good at it. Like, who's not going to try it? You want to try it. Thomas John's dead.
You didn't kill him. He died on natural causes.
I know. Thomas John died. And Matt Kornstein, I'm going to marry because he's a good Jewish boy who's going to take care of me financially and also probably have his own outside relationships and I can have mine because I'm gay.
Literally, and he's good at acapella, so it's perfect.
Yeah, it's great. It's
so
great.
he's gay.
Yeah, he's gay. I'm gay. It's great.
How's it feel to no longer be precocious?
Honestly, it's a relief.
Oh my God, slay.
What's your favorite Hannah Horvath outfit?
You know, I really loved it when she wore like a little romper covered in tiny fox heads.
Yeah.
Like, it's so stupid looking. Is it the one that she wore in? Is it in One Man's Trash? It's like a little romper, and it's like there's little.
It's like almost a brown romper.
Yeah, it's like brown, and it's like are they like little
One Man's Trash
fox heads? Like there's like a little dumb. She loved like it's very like Portlandia. Put a bird on it. Like
Yeah.
I think people thought that was my style, and I was like, no. She's the person who's easy to shop for because it's always like, does it have an ice cream cone on it? Sure, get it for her. Does it have an owl shape? Sure, grab it for Hannah.
Met the girl who made the lizard top.
That's
she's
favorite.
incredible.
She's incredible.
She's still hucking her wares.
Oh,
The shirts are still out there.
She is hawking her wares, and that lizard top. I have one from my personal collection.
No, I need to get one.
I have one in tank top form. I love her
tank top?
work. But I love that romper. You know, I loved that romper. I felt really free in it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really kind of cute while also speaking to who she was.
No, exactly.
God forbid it do both.
God forbid it do both. I also remember always feeling that was a good hair episode.
I love there's so many people who comment like her hair looks amazing in this episode.
That means a lot to
Yeah.
me because it's not an area that I got a lot of great attention on at the time. So thank you. You're really big upping me right now.
Are you the wound or am I the wound?
It's me.
Totally.
What are shorter alls?
Shorter alls or overalls, but shorter.
Why do you need more help than a baby?
I need more help than a baby because I have spatial awareness problems. I do not have great executive functioning,
Mm-hmm.
and I focused too much on learning skills that would help me in my creative expression and not in my ability to operate in the real world.
God forbid a girl go to Oberlin.
God forbid a girl go to
Jesus.
Oberlin. God forbid a girl join a protest at Oberlin and not know what it was for.
Hey.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Are you the voice of your generation or a voice of a generation?
A voice of a generation,
No.
obviously.
No, you're the voice
Voice
of
of a-
the generation.
I think we have a lot of voices, and
have to say
I
that.
have had to. I really mean it, and I've had to. Don't make me name them all, but I've had to
One.
because I've been. Issa Rae. But no, I feel like there's so many people. Like I'm like the Broad City Girls. I'm like there's so many. I'm like, trying to remember what a generation is so that I can like make sure that I'm socking everyone into it.
Mhm.
But I'm like, the amount of television that's had Phoebe Waller-Bridge, like the amount of television that's had an influence on me, not to mention the amount of literature that's had an influence on me. That's
The
had
way
an
I
influence on us
screenshot every
generationally.
time you post your books, and I've read exactly 0 of the books.
But it
It's
means a lot to me that you're
aspirational.
screenshotting them. But like, there are so many people who I feel like have shifted the way that we think culturally. There are so many people online who have shifted the way that we think culturally.
Mhm.
And so I think that it's and what I remember watching, like I remember the first time I watched Issa Rae's web show, and before she did Insecure, and
Mhm.
thinking like, God, this person really like defines for me what, like it's almost like it defined for me like my experience of like being social almost more than my own show did. Like I was like, it's really interesting to realize like how badly, even if you make TV, you need other people's shows to like to have a sense of yourself in the world, and how much that did for me. And I just think that it's funny because I've had to make peace with the fact that like people will just always think that I, without irony, announced myself as the voice of a generation with 5 underlines under it. People are just gonna be like, that's what she did. She came out hot. She came in singing. And
Her character was on opium.
That's
It's
exactly right.
hilarious.
She'd literally gotten opium from the flower district and soaked it in hot water and then went to her parents like, Hilton in Midtown and cut her own skirt open so that she could say these words. And I remember when we came up with the line, and I came up with Voice of a Generation, and Jenny was then like, or a voice of a generation. And it made us laugh so hard. And we never dreamed that it would become this kind of like touchstone of, is she, isn't she, what is it? And I still am like, if I am so lucky as to have a gravestone, if we don't live on a desiccated...
If they send you to space, we'll get a floating tombstone that kind of says it.
That means the world. I feel like we're going to be more in like, you guys are too young to remember the big disaster film Waterworld with Kevin Costner, which was all about the entire world being covered in a layer of water. And so Kevin Costner had to basically like go around it on a raft protecting a child played by Tina Majorino from the elements. It's sort of a post-apocalyptic adventure survival movie. That's kind of where I feel like we're headed.
I gotta check that out.
Or don't, because it's going to scare you. Or don't, because it's going to scare you and the Rotten Tomatoes is low. But that's kind of... So I don't feel like I'm going to get the tombstone. But if I did, I've made peace with the fact that someone's going to write that on it.
Yeah, I think it's not the worst thing that could happen, right?
Okay. But someone's going to write it in a not... They're going to be like, she thought she was, not she was.
Right. Just as one final, like,
dig.
daughter.
One final dig.
It's just there's so many shows now that when they're pitching their shows, it feels like they're using girls as a template for their media. Like,
yeah, there's 7 shows coming out this year about 20-somethings in a metropolitan area, and we are scared.
Well, it's really funny because I remember when we came up with the culture always, like, the zeitgeist always does one big thing at once. Like, I remember Judd has a really great book coming out that I wrote the foreword to. And just pitching Judd's book. It's wonderful.
Is this the one where he's a nerd?
Comedy nerd. It's so good. And it's like it's an amalgamation of all the work he's done through his life. And he came up with the title Girls. I was like, let's call it like, I came up with a bunch of dumb titles. I was like, let's call it like Girls Like Us, City Girls. And he was like, what about just girls? And I was like, cool. Like, cool.
No, it's edgy.
And I didn't realize kind of that it sounded like so kind of saucy. And I didn't realize that it was sort of sounded like we were saying we were all girls, like we were the definition of girls. But then that year, New Girl came out. Two Broke Girls came out.
Skinny Girl.
Skinny Girl came out. And then there was like 2 other shows with girl in the title. Like the culture always has a big feeling and everyone follows it. So who knows? Maybe we're going to be served a big dose of 20-somethings in metropolitan areas and get a lot of different perspectives. And it's really going to set us in our place and get our heads right. But
absolutely.
But yeah, I'm going to stay tuned to watch you guys really put each one in its proper slot.
We can't wait to chat.
Now that we've soothed your friendship and restored this to its rightful place.
Now that you've healed our friendship.
Yeah, that's what I came here to do.
You couldn't give us any more.
I came here to do that.
You couldn't give us any more. But okay, switching gears to Too Much. But okay, switching gears to Too Much. I wanted to say that like so much of everyone's favorite moments in Girls are these bottle episodes, and watching Too Much, it felt like what if we got to follow the fun of like bottle episodes? Like they're almost like their own like little stories, like every episode. I mean, can you tell us how you structured it? Because all the episode titles kind of relate to a film.
Yeah, so the episode titles are all kind of twists on romantic comedies.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than Girls, where the titles were kind of just a vibe.
Totally.
They were kind of just like, what were you feeling like today? and these were a little, I think this was like a little more adult, like a little more structured. But I love those bottle episodes. Like I started out writing plays, and I think I always have those instincts come up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was excited by that and wanted to do it. So I think we have a couple. We have, the whole show centers around a couple, Jessica and Felix, who are getting together, but the challenges that arise.
Mm-hmm.
He's British, she's American. He's sort of chill, she's sort of neurotic, and they both have complicated pasts with exes, with families, and with baggage that prevents them from being together. In classic rom-com fashion, they are apart, they're together, they're apart, they're together. But there are a couple of episodes, like there's one that's just them kind of in an apartment together all night.
Them
getting
in
to know
bed,
each
and
other.
it just keeps going to the alarm clock.
Did you like that one?
I already watched
I
it
love
twice.
that one.
That means so much to me. That one was really special. We shot it really early on, and it was really Meg and Will like establishing this very special chemistry they have together, and they're both such wonderful actors. And I was so lucky to get to direct 8 of the 10 episodes. And then my friends, Janixa Bravo, shout out, who's also in our cast, and Alicia McDonald did the rest.
Love.
And so that one was really special too. And then we have another episode that sort of flashes back to the relationship that Jessica was in previous to the one.
Now, we saw Michael Zegan like last fall, and he was being so cool. He was not telling us that he was literally the ex of 7 years in the new show.
Did you see him on this show?
He was doing a play with Helena York at Audible
Yes.
Theater, and we did like a talk back, and he was like, I was actually on Girls, and we were like, yes, GQ. And he did not mention that he had just wrapped filming, like being the main character.
He's just a cool cat and a cool customer in general. But I have always loved, so Michael Zegan, came in on Girls to audition for the role of Matt Kornstein.
No, like season 1. You're 12 years old.
And honestly, I was like, I feel like Matt Kornstein needs to feel a little more like Mike Zegan has especially then this like sweetness to his face. And I was like, Matt Kornstein needs to feel a little more like he's going to like obliviously ruin your life. Skylar Astin, you also have a sweetness to your face. It's just different. Like there was just a vibe.
Michael's
different.
eyes are like a little bit more sweet.
There's a tenderness there. And I think that's why I wanted him. And then he came and did GQ, and I wrote that role for him. And I loved having him, and it was a total joy. And so I always stayed in touch with him, kept him in my heart and my mind. We would text, we would see each other. And then when I wrote this part, I was like, I really want this guy who's complicated and thorny and also lovely and lovable to be played by someone who can really sell the part where you fall in love with them. And Michael is so that. And so I was so lucky that he came and did it. And he's just such an amazing actor. And I loved getting to do that flashback stuff.
The alligator lounge of it all.
The alligator lounge of it all. Now made famous by Nathan Fielder.
Exactly. I live around the corner.
I'm so excited because there's a new episode of The Rehearsal and I get to watch it tonight.
Dreams come true.
I know.
Wait,
I think Nathan Fielder's the only celebrity that I would get weird in front of.
Well, I think he'd be weird in front of anyone.
Yeah,
so you guys
he'd
can
be
have that
weird, but then
together.
I'd be weird. But it's funny because I have heard, I didn't realize that he's like an alt comedy sex symbol, Nathan Fielder.
Oh, he really is.
And that the girlies go crazy for him. And sometimes I feel like my obliviousness to certain corners of the internet means that like I just think someone's my special thing.
Yeah, you're like, he's your Adam once again.
And my feelings about Nathan Fielder, to be clear, like it's not a crush for me. It's a professional reverence, and it's just like a feeling of deep intellectual curiosity and connection, and also feeling like we're meeting in the alligator lounge of our minds.
Yes. I love it. I mean, there's so many, the way you kind of every episode introduce a new iconic cast member. It's like, I feel like you like literally like looked at a list of my favorite people and was like, let's get them in here.
Well, we must have the same favorite people because I looked and I was like, let's get them in here. And then it was just crazy that they wanted to get in. I was like, I'm just going to write these people really funny, big, joyful roles and see if they want to come. And they did. And it was amazing. And I feel like I just had to enjoy every moment of it and feel awe at every moment of it because they were showing up and it was incredible.
Yeah, Rita Ora plays Rita Ora. What can be better than that?
By the way, that was my dream from day one. I wrote it in and I was like, but will Rita Ora want to play Rita Ora? And in my head, I was like, if Rita Ora doesn't want to do, we were making a list of backup celebrities and I was like, there is no backup celebrity. Because if Rita Ora's not playing Santa, then no one's playing Santa. And that's how I felt.
And that's how she feels. Oh.
She does feel that way. You're not spoiling anything. And by the way, she is such a good actor. She gave it so much. And then when she actually comes out as Santa, it really moved me. I was like, and I really think, and then she brought me a present.
Oh my God.
Oh, she's a real life
Santa.
Yeah, she's the legit
She
Santa.
went buys her method.
Rita Ora, we got Rita Wilson there. Who's being iconic. Every line she says, I'm like, girl, you are having fun.
she is so, and she is the improv queen, and she is just, I love Rita. And if we get to have a season 2, boy, are you going to see a lot of Rita.
Please.
Rita is a muse to me. She was a muse to Nora Ephron. She's a muse to me. Rita's like an if you know, you know, funny, special genius. Another one where you got to let her sing. I thank Allison Williams for giving me the gift of Rita, because it was her who was like, Rita Wilson should be my mom. And I was like, of course she should. And if you haven't given yourself pleasure, my favorite song to listen to before a big moment, whether I have to rewrite a script or talk to my mom about something serious, is Rita Wilson's Girls' Night In.
We gotta do our
I could have
homework.
never guessed.
It's my favorite. So go home to your different apartments where you feel peace and safety, and listen to Girls' Night In.
And thank you so much for making her Jewish finally.
Thank you.
Yeah, because she needed to play Jewish.
I feel like that. And it was meaningful. It was very important to me that the family be Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And that
the family is, I mean, you and Meg being sisters, I'm sorry, but you made this in a lab for me.
Thank you.
When y'all are on the couch, like, queening out, it's like, okay, TV is good.
That means so much to me. It was so fun to get to cuddle. I was like, I love this job because I get to cuddle with Meg. And I feel, and also when you're directing, you don't want to sit there like holding your cast members in your arms. But Meg is so cute that you want to hold her. So in character, I could do it. And then I step back into my professional mode. But Meg is everything.
Yeah, wait, how'd you discover Meg?
I discovered her on the internet. Like all of the... Like, I think it was during the pandemic. Actually, you know who told me to look at Meg's... I had seen her during the pandemic, thought she was really funny. And then my beloved friend Andrew Scott was like, you really got to take a look at what Meg Stalter's got going on.
Thank you for making her a star. She's shown.
That means...
I got honestly a little nervous before watching the show. I'm a huge fan of Meg, but she's played very supporting characters before this. She's been in indie films. But to see her a star of a television show, truly letting her shine... I didn't know she could convey such a depth of emotion. And
like, she has me sobbing. And I'm like, girl, you're the high gay girl. Like,
I feel like the high gay girl is Meryl Streep. I mean, it was interesting because I had not seen her do that. But I'd seen Cora Bora and I thought she was amazing in it. But I cast her before I saw Cora Bora. I really cast her based on high gay, and then I cast her based on high gay. I cast her based on the video where she's like pretending to be polyamorous. Like, I cast her based on whatever, and I also really love Hacks, but I just felt like a crazy Spidey sense. And then we had a Zoom, and on our first Zoom, she had to miss our first Zoom because her dog passed away.
Oh.
And as she spoke about her dog, her eyes welled with tears, and it was so beautiful. And I was like, this is an amazing actor. Like, I just know that emotion is like so light in her and so under her skin, and like she can access it so easily. And she's also such a kind, empathic, spiritual person. Like, she's almost from another planet in that she's not like the breed of people in this room who's like a little pessimistic, a little kind of like, okay, like a little, not to make generalizations, but I feel like in this room we're like
no,
a little neurotic, a little pessimistic, maybe drinking too much cold brew. Not this girl.
No.
An angel. Meg is a special angel who is good to people and expecting the best from life and thinking that God's going to do right by us. And she is an amazing actor. And she brought so much to the part. And I really hope, my biggest hope for the show is that people's takeaway is that what amazing actors Meg and Will are.
You're addicted to platforming the stars.
I mean,
Yeah,
I do love to platform the stars. I have to say, I love to work with really brilliant people and then watch them like.
You're so good at finding them.
You're so good at finding them.
Thank you. I mean, I'm just a nerdy fan. So like I'll see someone I think the first time I saw Michael Zegan was like, he was like doing a role as a Jewish gangster on Boardwalk Empire. And I was like, that is the cutest little Jewish gangster I ever saw.
You're coming with me.
I want you to join me. Like, I keep a list in my phone of just like, that actor was amazing in that 4-line role. Like, that actor just blew me away and then I'm so lucky because then I get to work with those people and write for those people or write for musicians. I've loved Rita for years. I've always thought she was funny and self-aware and joyful. I love my girl Jessica Alba, who I've loved since Dark Angel. Like, I just am a fan.
When they're like, Andrew's like, they're making her be in a bed now.
in a bed now. I'm so glad you noticed that. That means a lot to me that you noticed
everything he says. So
I know. I feel like you're really seeing me, and it means a lot. Like when you're noticing, like the little things that are my favorites that I feel like some people don't notice. So thank you.
It's everything. We're so excited for the show.
We're so excited. I mean, here's the thing: in Girls, it's you're in the show, right? And you're playing the titular character of Hannah. But then you're kind of writing this more. It's interesting to watch Meg kind of be the filling character for you in your 30s.
Because you see so much of you in her, but then it's also so Meg. And it's like it's the marrying of like, there's so much like of this, like the thing about Hannah is she's so kind of like soft and earnest and like hard eyes vibes. And I feel like you can see that in Meg of like, I don't know. It's also like both those characters feel like they have compassion for themselves in a way that's like pretty unique.
Nice. That's really nice.
And it's like, it's so obvious like how much they are related, but also different.
And they also both, thank you for saying that. And they also both don't get it right all the time. And they like step and they like kind of like mess up good things and they get confused and they get scared. But I think ultimately, like, their hearts are in the right place. And whatever that means, we're realizing, what does that mean at all? But also, there's like I love that you said there's like hard eyes, because I do feel that ultimately, I feel like despite like in life, despite my like skepticism or my neuroses or my anxiety, at the end of the day, like I'm a lover.
Yeah.
And what was fun about doing this show was like, it was ultimately like love forward. Like sometimes I forgot, like Judd often would have to remind me on Girls. He'd be like, it's okay to like have the characters have something nice happen to them. Totally. Just because I think when you're in your 20s, it's such a battlefield that you forget it's okay for nice things to happen. And you almost feel like if you make something nice happen, that it's like kind of, I'm like, is this almost like cocky to make something nice happen?
Well, we were almost like watching the show and being like, wait, Lena is like feeling positive now. Do you know what I mean? This is what we wrote down, actually.
I am really touched by that.
Tonally, we were shocked how sweet and romantic and wholesome Too Much is compared to Girls. Are you telling us our 30s will be better?
Yeah, I am.
You think?
You know what's funny? I remember after the table read of season 2, episode 2, when Adam runs and gets Hannah because she stabbed her own ear out and cut her hairs off. And he's like, I'm here. I've always been, whatever he says when he picks her up. And it's very romantic. And I remember we did the table read. And I was at that point, I had my first ever serious boyfriend. And it was a big deal for me because I was 26 and I'd never really had I'd had like
some gay guys.
Thanks for putting a not too fine a point on it. You can say it, I can't. You know what mama means. So it was a big deal for me. And I remember Allison being like, Lena's in love. And like that does come out in your writing. And then like you work it out. And yeah, like this show, which Luis, my husband, was a big part of and created with me and made this music that reflects it and made this score. And it's all about the fact, yes, your 30s are better than your 20s. I think aging is like the coolest thing that can happen to you. Like, gosh. I think what's cool about your 20s, which I wish I could, like, not to be like, what I can tell you, but I am going to be 40 in a year. So which is wild. So it's been like almost 15 years since I wrote the Girls pilot. So here's what I can tell you. I wish I had better appreciated the level of energy and strength that your body is capable of at that moment, because I then like have talked about the fact that I encountered health issues, but also just like you can't deal with jet lag the same when you're over 30. You can't like go on an all-nighter with your friends and then work the next day. You can take on, like, there's just a level of like joie de vivre to your 20s. I know there's going to be someone who's like, I'm 55 and I'm biohacking and I'm doing just
gay
great.
Guys in the comments right now.
I'm biohacking.
That's exactly right. But like for the typical human, and also to take care of your body because it's a sacred, beautiful vessel. I see you've got an aura ring. You're doing it.
Taught me.
But like to take care of your body
gosh,
because it's a beautiful, sacred vessel. I wish I'd known that. And I wish I'd appreciated that while it was happening. And I wish I'd appreciated the fact that like there's a freedom to it, and I hadn't been so judgmental of myself. Because
Right.
if I'd like, it's like if you're gonna like sleep with anyone who looks at you, or have impure thoughts about your whatever, your therapist or whatever you're gonna do. I didn't do that, but whatever you're gonna do, at least fucking enjoy it.
Right.
You know? Don't do it and then sit in a pit of shame. And what I was stuck in was the cycle of doing what I wanted
Mm-hmm.
and then feeling fucking terrible about it.
Yeah.
When I could have done the exact same thing, enjoyed it, and there would have been 0 different consequences. Feeling terrible about it is like thinking that you're going to like think about a plane not crashing and therefore prevent it. Thinking about a plane crashing and therefore prevent it from crashing. Like, it's okay to just enjoy, as long as you're not physically hurting people or like operating in deep dishonesty
Mm-hmm.
or like taking people's voices or their consent or their agency away from them. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll exhale for the first time ever. To wrap it up,
Yes, cutie.
if you could go back and tell like young Lena anything, like pilot Lena, what would you want to tell her?
Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Like, it's okay if you make a mistake, you can fix it. It's okay if you do well and people tell you you do well. That's allowed too. Like, if you're doing well, it doesn't mean something's about to go terribly. Things are going terribly. It doesn't mean the rest of your life is over. Like, I spent so much time trying to guess what was coming next and game it and fix it that like I didn't enjoy what was happening and realize that what was happening was kind of miraculous. And like, I guess that's what I needed to get here, and I'm here and I like it. So I guess it's all right. I'm not going to say I wish I could do it again, but like, I wish I could have told myself like, it's all right. Just be with what's happening now. You don't have to. I had such a hypervigilance and attempt to manage everything, and it didn't do anything.
Right.
And so I would just like, whenever I meet a young person who's just trying so hard to like stay focused and stay so vigilant, trying to in some way prevent a disaster, but what is the disaster? And then they have all these disasters going on that they don't even realize are disasters. And it's like, you gotta, as my dad once said to an 8-year-old boy that I was having a play date with who wouldn't stop hitting his head against the wall, you gotta chill out, man. I remember I was 8 and this like 8-year-old boy that was over for a sleepover was like mad about something. And my dad went, you gotta chill out, man. That's like how I feel about myself at that age. You gotta chill out, man.
Wow.
For the last story on this podcast to be about a boy hitting his head against the wall, perfect way
I know.
to end it.
And also it's like, I'll never forget it because I was like, I'm never having a play date with a boy again.
No.
I was like, they do
Well,
this.
is the flashback of like the dad picking up young Meg from the play date. She's like, I gotta get out of there. Kind of it all
Yeah.
ties together.
And also, her dad suddenly just being Kit Harington and him being so hot.
Oh my
No
god.
worries. It
I
wasn't
couldn't focus on a damn scene, girl.
I was like, you know what would be great if her dad was the most beautiful man. And I say that with strictly professional way, but
Of
just
course.
I
what
know.
what a lovely and also a beautiful actor with a perfect American
Yeah.
accent came in, did that in 3 hours. But I'm just saying,
That's it?
give the people what they want. Yeah. Came in 3 hours, perfect American accent, everything in one take, consummate professional, joy to be around. Kit Harington, 11 out of 10.
Boom.
Everything you want him to be and more.
Netflix,
Vote
give
yes.
us season 2 so we can kind of get like a backstory up on him.
Vote yes on Kit Harington because I want the episode where we go into Rita and Kit's love story.
Yes.
We need that.
Thank you.
I love it. Wait, so is there an official release date of the... What can we plug to the people at home?
July 8th.
July 8th. Too Much is live on Netflix. It's all dropping at once.
It's all dropping at once.
Oh,
New
God.
culture for me.
I know.
Why don't you watch each episode on a Sunday? No, just kidding.
And I like that every episode's the times kind of differ. Like you have the shorter
Yeah.
episodes and then you get the longer
That was
ones.
nice that I got to do that.
Uh-huh.
That was a new adventure
It's like
for me.
there's not so many rules anymore.
No, you get to loosen it up, and I like
I
I
to
love.
bend rules.
I
I love
love.
to bend rules. Thank you both so
Thank you
much.
so much
for
for being on the
everything,
pod,
not just for
Lena.
this time, but for the lovely gift you've given us. And I believe in you too. I believe in your show. I believe in your
Aw.
friendship. I believe in your individual careers. I believe in your
Aw. You're so
collective
nice.
career. And I believe in your mission. And thank you for making me a part of it.
Oh, Oh my God. Thank you so much for coming and talking to us. This is literally the biggest day of our lives. We're so happy.
It's not. You're going to have so many bigger days. Your wedding, which I'll be invited to.
Yes. Yes. And we'll send this
Our
video.
wedding. Yes.
Well, yeah, when you marry a gay man and you marry a straight woman, and it can be each other if you so choose. That's my last word.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, it's Amelia, just popping in for a quick outro, and I wanted to say thank you so much to Spotify Studios in New York for letting us borrow their studio to interview Lena and for making it all happen with her team. And just, I really can't thank you guys enough for listening. Reading all the comments has been so lovely, and I hope you enjoyed this 2-part episode with Lena as much as me and Evan did. This is just a reminder to please rate and review the podcast. It really helps us keep the thing going. And if you don't already, give us a follow on @GirlsRewatch Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. You can stay up to date on all the latest that's happening on the podcast. And we also post like every iconic clip and quote and meme we can find. So if you like girls content, definitely check that out. And if this was one of your first episodes with us, I just wanted to say hi, welcome to Girls Rewatch. We have now covered every single episode of Girls, so feel free to stalk the back catalog and hear us talk about all your favorite episodes. We've also started rewatching all of Broad City. We're actually almost done. We have 1 season left. So lots to catch up on there. We'll be covering Netflix's Too Much all month on the podcast. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely find a way to get back into your Netflix account and check it out. It's so funny. We loved it so much, and we hope you guys love it too. And stay tuned for next week when we continue talking to more people from Too Much. Bye!